My name is Surveen Klein. I am a transplant social worker here at Ochsner, and I supervise a team of several transplant social workers. We have heart, liver, lung, kidney, pancreas, and I work primarily with the kidney pancreas patients. I've been here at Ochsner for about 8 years now, and before this I worked in the dialysis units for 3 years, and it really prepared me to be able to provide the services that we do for the Ochsner patients and for the families. Basically, when people come in, they start the workup and they meet with different team members through the multidisciplinary team, the surgeons, the doctors, the transplant financial coordinators. They also meet with the transplant social worker. And what the transplant social worker is here to provide is basic support, but also some very in-depth support in different areas. We focus on what's called psychosocial aspects of transplant, pre- and post-transplant, and throughout the transplant process in the hospital as well. And we do a complete assessment with the patients and with their families, and we're not here to make marks against anybody. We're really here to help them through the process. And it can be a very challenging and scary process. A lot of people lose sleep before the appointments, and we try to help them just work through everything, identify anything that's been a concern for them, whether it's mental health wise, if it's substance use, it may be support system issues, and all of these lead up to the fact that we want to make them the best transplant candidate possible. And if there's anything that is an issue, is a concern for the patient or for us, then we work with the patients to help resolve that issue. Whenever it's resolvable, we love to transplant people. We just make sure that they're prepared in advance for the transplant itself. And if there's anything that we can do to help make them a better transplant candidate, we will. Some of the housing options that we provide are the Brent House Hotel, which is connected to our clinic and hospital, and then we also have the Levy Run Apartments, which are 2 blocks away, and provides more affordable housing, and also has a kitchenette in there and a couple of bedrooms so the family can stay and be comfortable and also cook while they're here. There's plenty of other options in the area, other hotels that honor an Ochsner transplant reduced rate when they find out that you've been transplanted with us. And then if they do get approved for the transplant, if they are approved, then we see them in the hospital. We work with them throughout their hospital stay. We help set them up with the resources that they need so they can have a very successful and compliant transplant process. And then we work with them outpatient for the rest of their lives as a transplant recipient. And they know that they can always call on us if there's ever a need in the future, whether it's 1 month or 10 years after the transplant. We're always here for them, and we want to make sure that they have everything that they need so that they can keep that organ for as long as possible. Sometimes people forget that they have the connection here, that they can still call us, so we always try to remind everybody we are still here, we're here for them. And if there's something related to the transplant that they have a concern with, maybe they've lost their insurance down the road, or they're planning to return to work and they need avenues, resources to help them do that, those are things that we can link them with. We have people who have lost insurances, as I mentioned, and are not able to get their transplant medicines. Well, that has a direct impact on the success of their transplant. And we try to keep patients from having to go back to dialysis or losing that organ. It's a precious, precious gift. And our patients know that, and our teams know that. So they can call on us at any time, and we will help them, link them with resources and anything that's available, provide them with the support that they need, with the educational information so they can make informed decisions throughout the entire process, whether it's immediately after transplant, before transplant, or way down the road.